moving to questions that are more similar to what you're going to see in tests. So we're going to prove congruency. We're going to have two triangles, we're going to prove it, okay? So I'm working, the exercise is in page 159, exercise 4, but I'm working through the examples, and I would like you to have the textbook in front of you. So I'm starting with example 8 on page 157, okay? Please pause me, open that textbook, because I'm not going to write down all the questions, I'm just drawing the triangles. Okay, so we've got these two triangles, ABC and EDF, and we want to prove that they're congruent, okay? And there's like anything in Euclidean geometry, there's a way of writing it, okay? So we can see that we got 52, 52, 33, 33, and also, oops, I forgot, there's an angle here, 44 and 44. How do we prove that these triangles are congruent? You can already see that you've got two sides and angle between them. So the case of congruency will be SAS. But how do we write it? Like this, guys. We're going to say AC is equal to FD. And you see, if this is 52, if this is 52, then obviously AC equal FD. We got to write it. Now, anything in a triangle, in a geometry, we have to give a reason. So how do I know that they're equal? Oh, I can see this is 52, this is 52. So what's the reason? Given. Yeah, I just say given. Okay, this is given. They tell you this is 52, this is 52. Next thing, AB equal ED. Again, given. Okay. So two sides. Now, last bit is the angle, A. Angle A, okay, remember that's how we usually write angle, okay, with a little hat on top. Angle A equal angle D, and that, again, is given. So now I've got two sides and an angle. I can write down the triangles that are congruent. But remember, again, last week we started looking at how do you write. Can I just say triangle ABC is identical or congruent to FED? Okay, not exactly. Okay, so let's just start with, let's just write triangle ABC. Now, if you remember congruent, we don't need to use the word congruent. We have a symbol for that. In maths, we have lots of symbols. The symbol is like a 3 equal sign. It's like 3 lines. It's kind of more than equal. It's identical. Okay. Now, as I was just saying now, can I just say triangle FED, for example? Can I do that? No. Because it's important the way I write down the orders. Let's just say I write ABC. Okay? Now, when I write this triangle on the other side, I'm going to make sure that each one of these letters, remember, each one of these letters correspond to an angle, right? We've got angle A. We've got angle E. Now, angle A is equal to angle D, okay? But if I write triangle FED, it looks like angle A is equal to angle F, which is, that's not correct, right? So I've got to write down, I've got to start with D. If I start with A here, then I must start with D. So ABC is congruent to triangle D. Now, what's going to be the next letter? Okay, that's a little bit difficult, okay? Now, if I wrote ABC, okay, AB, the side AB, I know the side AB is equal to the side ED. So if I've got D here, the next letter needs to be E, okay? And now you can see that side AB is equal to the side DE, which is correct. So that means the last letter is F. Okay, now let's look at this again. We did it last week, we'll just do it again. I know that angle A is equal to angle D. That makes sense. Angle B is equal to angle E, which again makes sense. Okay, these two angles are the same. It looks like it anyway. Angle C is equal to angle F. Correct. Okay? More than that, we know that side AB is equal to the side DE. We know that side BC, well, we don't know, but now we know that side BC is equal to the side EF. And lastly, side, let's give it another color, side AC is equal to side DF, which is true. So see, the order of the letters, very, very important. Okay? And last thing, when I write that, I don't need to slide. That was just to show you. I need to give a reason for that. And the reason for congruency is basically which case we used here. We've got two sides and the angle between them. So the reason is SAS. If you don't write down the reason for the congruency, SAS in this case, you're not going to get that mark. You're going to lose all this. You have to give that reason. You can't just say, that's it, I showed you. Yeah, you have to give the reason. Okay? Right, let's move on to the next example. So this is example 9, just below. Just pause me, read it for a second so you know what I'm talking about, and let's get started. So I've got two triangles, okay? I can see that this side is equal to that side because they've got this line. I've got these two angles are the same and these two angles are the same. Okay, and they're asking me which corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so let's write down all the angles that are equal. So I know that angle C is equal to angle F. Okay, and just make yourself a habit. Always give a reason. So the reason obviously is given. Okay, and then I've got also this angle, right? So angle B is equal to angle E. Again, given. Okay, so that was the first question. Next question, which corresponding sides are equal? Okay, so that's going to be CB or BC, it doesn't matter what you write. CB equal FE. Okay, so that's the next question. And now we're asked, prove that the triangles are congruent. So I've already given two pairs of angles are the same and a side are the same. So obviously these two triangles are congruent. Okay? And I can even say even more than that. The reason for the congruency, I should have maybe just write down here all the reasons. Okay? Write them in 3. So I've got SSS, SAS, SAA, and RHS. Okay? What am I using here? Okay? I've got two angles and a side. It's going to be SAA. Okay? But I know the tricky thing for you, I think, will be how to write the triangle. Okay? The order of the letters. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the angles. All right. Let's start with, I'm going to use red. Okay? What angles are equal? So I've got angle C equal angle F. So I'm going to write triangle C. Triangle F. Okay? C and F are the same. Next one, B is equal to E. So let's write B, and here I'm going to write E. Okay? Now I've done already 2 out of the 3 letters, so the last one is not going to be a problem. I've got CB, so that must be A. And the last one here is going to be D. And that's it. Just quick check. C is equal to F, correct. B equal to E, correct. And then we've got a side that is equal. Look at this. BC equal to FE. Yes, that's just what it needs to be. Okay? Right, I'm going to pause here. The video is getting a little bit longer, but I'm going to do another video for the other 2 examples. See you in a bit.